Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy Westside Gregory up in your area, hosting another episode of Raw Radio 513, baby. Okay, now look, today's topic is about you like if you ever had a friend that was in an abusive relationship, whether it was a male or female, and yes, males do also be in abusive relationships. But have you ever had a friend that was in an abusive relationship, or a neighbor, or a co-worker, or maybe even a, a child of yours? Uh, and you wondering why they just don't leave? Why don't they just leave? Well, I'm here to tell you why they just don't leave. I used to think like that too, and I used to be like, I don't feel sorry for no woman who getting their ass kicked because if she want to leave, she can leave. Until I really start getting out in public and then talking to different women about different things, and plus also since I've been doing podcasts, I'm more all ears than mouth when it comes to other people because I want to listen and gather thoughts and ideas for different podcasts. But yeah, this about women or men that's in an abusive relationship. We wonder why they just won't leave. Okay, now this is the uh summary that I came up with. So here we go. Let's go in for this little commercial break, and then we gonna take off. If you got a story you want to tell or got something to get off your chest, hit us up at 513-557-0397 Raw Radio, baby.
You are now listening to Raw Radio with Westside Gregory.
When many people hear that someone is in an unhealthy or abusive relationship, their first question is, why don't they leave? If you've never been through an abusive relationship, this sort of response might seem logical. Just throw the deuces up and move on with your life, right? But here's the thing, when it comes to relationship abuse, it's never as easy as just leaving. And I'm here to tell y'all why. Leaving an abusive relationship is hard for many reasons. And here is about like how many I do like 9 or 10 reasons why a person won't leave an abusive relationship or a toxic situation. Okay. And here's why they might stay or why they do stay. Okay. Number one, society normalizes unhealthy behavior, so people may not understand that their relationship is abusive. When you think that unhealthy or abusive behavior are normal, it's hard to identify your relationship as abusive. And therefore, there's no reason to seek help. Okay, number two, emotional abuse destroys your self esteem, making it feel impossible to start fresh. Oftentimes, people in abusive relationships may not understand that they are being abused because there's no violence involved. Also, many will dismiss or downplay emotional abuse because they don't think as bad as they don't think it is they don't think emotional abuse is as bad as physical abuse. It's hard for those in abusive relationships to leave their partners after they continuously being made to feel worthless and like there's no better option for themselves. Okay, now we're gonna move on to number three, the cycle of abuse. After every abusive incident comes a makeup honeymoon phase. Often, when an abusive situation happens, it is followed by the abuser doing something nice or apologizing and promising that they will never do it again. This makes their partner minimize the original abusive behavior. So it's all like just mind games, and like when you belittle somebody, it just all become a mind game, like I just said. and I won't do it no more, and I'm sorry, or they'll come up with excuses of what happened to them or what they seen. Then the woman fall for it. Well, he had a rough childhood, and but that really don't make a difference on what had childhood he had. God gave us all something called a conscience. But I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna go to number four. Number four, it's dangerous to leave, like very dangerous, y'all. Many times leaving an abusive relationship is not only emotional, difficult, but can also be life threatening. In fact, the most dangerous time in an abusive relationship is post breakup. Women are 70 times more likely to be killed in the weeks after leaving their abusive partner than at in any than at in other time during the relationship. So women are 70 times more likely to be killed in the weeks after leaving their abusive partner than at any other time during the relationship. Okay. Yeah, that's deep, man. Because I just went into a thought like, see, this what happened. Like, my father killed my mother and then killed himself. And yes, I witnessed it. And yes, my big sister witnessed it also. So as I was reading that, it just took me through something. Like, okay, but anyway, yeah. Number five, it's not just hard to break up safely. It's also hard to escape the cycle of control. People in abusive relationship often attempt to break up with their partner several times before the breakup sticks. On average, a person in an abusive relationship will attempt to leave 7 times before finally leaving for good. People in abusive relationships often attempt to break up with their partner several times before the breakup sticks. On average, a person in an abusive relationship will attempt to leave 7 times before finally leaving for good. So 7 times a woman will try to leave before she finally leave for good, or that person, or if it's a male that's in an abusive relationship. So they give you 7 signals or 7 smoke screens before they leave, or try before they try to leave. Okay, so yep. All right. And so let's go in for a little small break, y'all. Then we're gonna come back and finish. We stopped at 6 and we're gonna come back and finish. Let's go in for a little small interlude. If you got a story you want to tell or got something to get off your chest, hit us up at 513-557-0397 Raw Radio, baby.
You are now listening to Raw Radio with Westside Gregory.
All right, we back at number 6, y'all. And before we go on any further, anybody that's out there in an abusive relationship, I'm here to sponsor this app called My Plan Safety app. What it is it helps you get out of abusive relationships, and they give you somebody to talk to, and basically they walk you through the steps of how to get up out of there. And from my understanding and from a few people that I did talk to, like that was in abusive relationships, they said that they gave them housing, put them in a hotel first and then gave them housing, and so it's some success behind that app. Once again, the app is called My Plan Safety app. I'm gonna leave the link down in my description, okay? And if anybody, y'all that's out there listening, let me know where y'all from. Drop down where y'all from, state, city, whatever. But okay, let's move on. Number 6. Society society perpetuates a ride or die mindset. Okay, let me repeat that. Society perpetuates a ride or die mindset. And perpetuates means like let me see, how can I put it? To cause something to continue. Yeah, like when you cause something and you let it to continue. But okay, those in the unhealthy or abusive relationship might stay with their partner to get back together after a breakup because they feel pressure to not give up, forgive, and forget, or ride it out. Pop culture glamorized being a ride or die for your friend and partner, making people out to be in the wrong for leaving their partner. And while being loyal is a great thing, a good friend or partner would never endanger or hurt you. Okay, number seven, they feel personally responsible for their partner or their behavior. Hey, I talked about that. I believe it was up in number four. After a conflict, an abuser will turn the situation around and make their partner feel guilty or as though they are somehow at fault. This type of behavior is known as gaslighting. Okay, and we're gonna do a podcast on gaslighting too. Okay, so this is only part one. Okay, so let's go to eight. They believe that if they stick it out, things might change. But see, and also that's called insanity when you keep doing the same thing over and expecting different results. That's called insanity also. So number eight, they believe that if they stick it out, things might change. A lot of people in abusive relationships stay in them because they love their partner and think that things will change. They might also believe their partner's behavior is due to tough times or feel as though they can change their partner if they are a better partner themselves. Never stay in a relationship in which you count on someone to change their behavior for the better. Okay, number nine, there is a social pressure to be in a perfect relationship. There is there is incredible pressure to be in a perfect relationship. And some cultures and social medias only initiate this pressure, and that's true too, because it be a lot of women out there that be in relationships and then they be looking good when they on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and all that, but really they be hurt. And I've seen a lot of stuff to where a lot of episodes of crime shows to where beautiful women, I mean beautiful, like to die for looking women, then committed suicide or they did something like where you would think that they was okay, but behind all that beauty and all that beautiful smile is a hurt woman or whatever, you know? So yeah, number 10. Number 10. Fear of how others will react. People in abusive relationships often feel embarrassed to admit that their partner is abusive for fear of being judged, blamed. Okay. So okay, fear of how others will react. So yeah, I can understand that, like, because if you in a relationship, then it's supposed to be all beautiful peaches and cream, and then you go tell them like you being beat up or whatever, beat up on, and yeah, that like so yeah, that can have a different look on a person relationship or why a person would stay in a relationship. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, number 11. They share a life together. Marriage, oh, this is deep. Number 11. They share a life together. Marriage, children, and shared finances are often huge reasons that people in abusive relationships stay in them. Their dependencies is heightened in relationships where one partner is definitely able. But there are also similar factors that affect young people decisions to stay in relationships, including shared friend groups and living situations. See? Yeah. Uh-huh. So yeah, number 11 was very deep. And so let me before I go on to another conversation, let me let y'all know again, if y'all out there and y'all in an abusive relationship, download, go to the App Store, download My Plan Safety app. It's called My Plan Safety app. And once again, they help y'all get out of situations and tell you your next move. And like I said, from the people that I had spoken to, which was only two, so they have helped them out, got them in housing, got them all situated, got them together with their kids. But let me go ahead and finish this summary that I wrote, and this is the ending of it. And always remember, abuse is not okay. I have witnessed my father kill my mother and then himself. So when a man get to doing all that abusive stuff, it might be time for you to download My Plan Safety app. But final finished summary, there are lots of elements that influence a person's decision to stay in an abusive relationship. And while seeking help to get out of these relationships is the most important thing, blaming someone in an abusive relationship is never okay. There is a big difference between judgment and responsibility. While someone might have used bad judgment by staying in an unhealthy or dangerous situation, it does not mean that they are responsible or asking for the abuse perpetrated against them. So once again, abuse is not okay, whether it's a male, female, it is not okay.